and Holly Madison talks about this. He takes them all to see Beowulf, the 2007 animated film. I don't know if you guys ever seen that or not. I remember watching it. I enjoyed it to some extent when I saw it. It's like stop motion. It's this mix of CGI. It kind of looks real. And Holly Madison says she remembers it vividly. And in the movie, she said when Grendel shows up, he almost looks identical to Hugh Hefner. And so I had to pull it up because I remember seeing the movie. And I was like, let me go look at this real quick. And I'm like, oh my God, he kind of looks like Hef. She kind of freaked out. And she said she felt like that they modeled Grendel after Hugh. And that's why Hugh wanted to take them to the movie. So let's look at Grendel. Let's see the significance of Grendel. Now, he's a part of this epic poem Beowulf from 700 to 1000 AD. He's one of the poem's three antagonists, along with his mother and the dragon. And they're all lined up in opposition against Beowulf. And he's referred to as a Jotun, but he's described as the descendant of the biblical Cain and a creature of darkness, exiled from happiness and accursed of God, the destroyer and devourer of our humankind. And he's tied in to giants. So that's super interesting. And him being cursed as a descendant of a biblical Cain is also in conjunction with elves and Jotuns. But you can tie them into trolls. You can tie them into the Nephilim. They're in that pantheon of these types of giants. And most people translate Jotun to giant, even though it's not technically the terminology for it, but that's basically the English iteration of it. Grendel is, for all intents and purposes, a representation of the descendants of Cain, this cursed line, this Nephilim line. Now, it's interesting that Holly Madison is saying that she believes that in that movie, they modeled what Grendel looked like after Hugh Hefner. And if we're going to suggest some of these occult things happening behind the scenes, well, we have to suggest that there's more than meets the eye. We already talked about his lineage. We talked about who he's related to. Weirdly enough, the Bushes and Obama, and his lineage can be tracked all the way back to the Mayflower. So what is his bloodline? Why was he put in this position? Was he the first Epstein? We have to ask these questions. And I'm not saying it's a fact. This is me going on my speculative part. There's enough circumstantial evidence that we can say, oh, there's something to this. It's weird.